So I will show you now my third and last case. In this case, this case is really interesting, again for me at least, because I followed a different approach. Okay, and this is like more classical approach. Even we can find here like some philosophical or alchemical way of thinking. So this is like a patient of mine that comes to see me 1 or 2 times a year, and only when he's really bad. He's like a workaholic, so he's a mechanic. He works 12 to 14 hours a day, and every time he comes to see me, he barely sleeps because of the work, and his mind is always working. So even when he lies down on the table, he's like always talking, cannot stop. So he's crazy. So the last time he came to see me, actually it's not the last time, because further on he came back for other issues, but that time he came back to see me, he was like he couldn't sleep for 2 or 3 days. And because he was like hyperactive, that's why it's written here, hyperactive male. I put 10 hours a day, but actually it's a lot more. And for me, he's like the kind of a lot of heat, a lot of fire, and his heart is completely in excess. So I thought like, okay, this is the heart fire that it's excessive. I need to, and in Chinese medicine, we talk a lot like this with images, and we have to put some water in the heart to cool it, right? And we have the 5 elements in Chinese medicine. We have the fire that corresponds to the heart, and we have the water that corresponds to the kidney. And what I've done is, there's also many principles in Chinese medicine, but in channel theory we have like we call the Shu Antique points, that the 5 points that are from the elbows to the tip of the fingers, and from the knees to the tip of the toes, and from that points we can treat the whole body. And each and every point has an element within. So meaning in each and every channel we can find a fire element, or the water element, or the wood, etc., etc. So what I've done is that I use actually a tongue acupuncture point that is not the classical Shu Antique point, but it's like an adaptation, and it worked really well. It's like I tried to find the water point within the heart channel, so to cool it, okay, because he was really hyperactive, he was not sleeping, so he shunned his consciousness, his mind, his emotional state was completely out of balance. So I used this point, Xinmen, that means actually the door of the heart, okay? And at the same time, I work with the water element, that it's the kidney, so the kidney channel, and in the kidney channel, I use the fire point. And the idea was, like you see in the chart here, it's like, you see like, it's what we call a trigram. Before Xinmen, there's like in red and blue, there's a trigram that it's called Li, or fire, and before Rangu, that it's the kidney point, there's Kan, water. So, and in the middle, okay, the lines are different from the others. So I just like to shift, to bring the water to the heart and bring the fire of the heart to the water. It's like even an alchemical process, and we work in Neigong and stuff like this. So the main treatment was like, for me, the strategy was to bring down the fire of the heart and heat the kidney, and so the kidney also could balance the heart and control it actually. And then I added Ganlin, it's like a Daoma to settle the liver, which controls emotions, and it can smooth qi circulation within the body. And where you see the top letters is a combo really known from Dr. Tan to treat anxiety issues, stress, and it's Yin Tang, Ye, Shenman, and Anyan. So and after only 1 treatment, that was like, whoa, complete success. He slept for the next days without any issue. So his mind completely became normal only with this treatment. So that's why I brought this case. First of all, because it's a completely different mindset from the others. My strategy was different. I used a different approach, and also because I think it was really effective.